Good afternoon. Hello, happy Friday to you. If you like Fridays, this is a great day for you. If you're watching this on a Friday, if you don't like Fridays, Fridays are not a big thing for me. It's a kind of a short day, just because, I don't know, it just seems like it's, you cut out a little bit early, or you take off right at 5, which is not like me. Normally I work right through as long as I can. But, hey, good afternoon. It is Friday, October 5th. And my name is Brandon Devnich from i3D Themes and Pegasaas.com, and this is the interactive number 101, where we share what we're passionate about, what I share we're passionate about. I don't get too many other guests in here very often. And what we've been working on in the i3D Themes and Pegasaas Design and Code Labs. So it's Friday, October 5th. Big shout out to my buddy Colin Fraser over in the Design Lab. It was his birthday this week. I'm not going to share how, what his chronological achievement was, but suffice to say, he's my senior. No, he's not a senior. He's going to kill me for that. But he's like my big brother, you know. We've been in business together, partnered for 15, 16 years or so, and he is my rock, you know. He steers me. He just basically, I'm like the bull and he points me, or, I don't pull the bow and arrow. I don't know what the analogy is, but Colin is the cornerstone, keystone. Anyways, he keeps us all focused. And it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Colin. I hope you enjoyed that Tim Hortons coffee I brought you. Oh, of course he did. So in the Design Lab this week was actually really exciting. He started work on a brand new template. And the really fantastic thing about this is that this week, this template is going to be using Bootstrap 4. Now, Bootstrap is the mobile-first framework that we use to make all of our websites responsive for mobile devices and desktop devices and tablets and so on and so forth. And we had originally started using this many years ago with Bootstrap 2.3, and then they upgraded to Bootstrap 3, which was a fantastic version of the framework. And then, I'm going to say 2.5 years ago, they launched the beta version of Bootstrap 4. What was really awesome about this was that they had support for something called the Flexbox model. I don't know much about it. This is really Colin's area of expertise. But suffice to say, it is a very flexible version of the framework, and Colin has been holding off on designing for Bootstrap 4 because it has sort of been in beta. I think we've been waiting for the different major web browsers to catch up to the features and availability or the compatibility that's within the browsers. In any case, we are going to be developing the next template. By we, I really mean Colin, is going to be developing the next template for Bootstrap 4. We're also going to be making this for WordPress as well. We're sort of back on track there. So that's really exciting. And then he's been flooded with many custom projects. The last couple weeks has been really quite intense. And even I've been picking up phone calls and missing phone calls because the phone calls have just been coming in. A lot of custom projects, and it's a miracle that he's been able to get to work on any sort of development. He handles most of the business end of things for i3D Themes, so the templates, the support, the WordPress themes, setting up for hosting and that sort of thing. Well, I get to focus in on the web performance aspect of our business, which is Pegasaas.com and the Numo Accelerator plugin. And so he does a pretty good job balancing all that. But I know that he's planning on taking off a couple weeks at the end of November, so we'll see how well we all fare there. But that's actually probably perfect timing, because then I will have probably had out we've got a new version of Pegasaas Accelerator coming out called Pegasaas Accelerator Lite that we're going to be releasing for the WordPress platform. It is sort of a reduced feature set, but just to give an idea of how your website could operate with it being optimized for page speed alone. Pegasus Accelerator Pro, which is what we currently offer, is the full-blown, full meal deal, appetizers with dessert, 4-course, 10-course meal. It's got some 30, 35 features in it that are not going to be in the light version. Probably only about 5 or 6 features in the light version, but we've got that planned. I meant to have that out this week. There might have been a few distractions. One of those distractions was actually really fantastic. This is, I think, probably the title of the video, Virtual Pegasaas. So Pegasaas is our platform. It's a platform and it is a plugin. It is our platform to allow for the most fastest possible load time for your WordPress site. It is a WordPress plugin that you install and it hooks into our API. We deliver all your images and your resources through a global network of CDNs and image optimization automatically on the fly. And we've had a lot of people go, well, how do I know it's going to work? Well, you could get the plugin and install it and see how it works. But sometimes people just don't want to go through that. Well, we've decided that we would build a simulator. It simulates your website on Pegasus. Through Pegasus. Essentially what Pegasus does is it takes a snapshot of your homepage, applies all of the optimizations to it magically within, I'm going to call it a sandbox, a simulator, and then it grades it based upon what Google grades that optimized version. And then we compare it against what your website is currently running to what it could be like with Pegasus installed. It gives you a snapshot, it gives you screenshots of the before and after, it gives you the scores, it gives you your load times before and after, so you can really see how well your website performs, which is fantastic for those websites running on WordPress that are slow. WordPress is a big monster core, over 500,000 lines of code. There's a lot of connections to the database going on whenever you request a web page that runs on WordPress, and it is it can be slow, especially when you throw a lot of plugins on or if you're using slow web hosting. And so this plugin, Pegasus, you install it, it goes through, it applies a bunch of optimizations, it has a built-in caching function, and your website just starts loading faster within, I think the initialization process takes about 5 minutes while it goes out and gathers critical path CSS and image data, and then it builds the pages and caches the pages, and within 5 minutes your home page has been optimized, and then it goes through the rest of the site. And usually with, on a, say a 50-page website, usually within 20 minutes your entire website has been optimized, and then it's just grading the before and after scores. So it's pretty incredible. But now we're going to have this simulator tool where probably not by the end of next week, but the week after, that people will be able to just punch in their website address and see what their website could be like. Because, Google prefers in their search results websites that are fast. They give preferential rankings to faster websites compared to slow websites, right? And even just this last week, it was last night, I was reading an article from Search Engine Journal, and actually I can probably share the link in the comments of this video. Essentially, their tests, and over time, they were doing experiments, and they were finding that although Google says that it has to do with the load time from their Chrome data user experiments data, I can't remember exactly what they call it, what's called real user metrics, the actual load times of your web pages for different locations, for different people's browsers. They were saying that they're going to be using that. What they're finding, though, is that it's actually the score of your web page run through Google Page Speed Insights, that they're finding that it has more correlation to your page speed score. So if you have a higher page speed score, your ranking as far as search is concerned for speed with the speed signal, it may have more to do with the page page speed score, rather than the load time that is being displayed for your actual load time. Of course, the faster the page load, the better it's going to be anyways, but it also has something to do with your page speed score. So if you're optimizing for page speed, that is a fantastic thing, and that is what Pegasus does. So anyways, that's what's been keeping us busy. The simulator, we were calling it the emulator, but I think we're now calling it simulator, but you know, who knows what we'll call it next week. Virtual reality. You don't have to wear the goggles, but it will give you an idea of what's going on with your website if Pegasus were installed. And then, of course, I will continue work on getting the Pegasus Accelerator Lite also available, and hoping by the end of next week that should be complete. So, anyways, hope you've had a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and that you've got great plans for the weekend ahead. Monday here is Canadian Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving for all of those of you that are south of the border from us, our American friends. Yes, we celebrate Thanksgiving in October. I don't know the official reason, but I can see that we don't have to contend with like Snowmageddon and flights to get here and there to, you know, celebrate Thanksgiving with our friends and loved ones. So because we do it in October, when all we have to contend with is rain and leaves and that sort of thing. So anyways, Monday is holiday Monday here, although, you know, Thanksgiving is on the Sunday. So we are not going to be officially in the office on Monday. We will be back on Tuesday, but hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.